Welcome back to Beacon English Podcast.
Today we're getting into something really fundamental, wouldn't you say? How to introduce yourself.
Absolutely. It's something you need everywhere, really. Work, study, traveling. It's how every single conversation starts, and it needs to feel, well, natural.
That's the goal, yeah. We want to help you learn phrases that are simple, clear, but also friendly. The secret really is short, clear, confident English.
And we'll take it slow. We promise we'll break everything down, explain it, and give you plenty of time to repeat things. We want you feeling ready by the end of this.
Okay, so the plan. We're focusing on how to talk about yourself in English, specifically those easy introductions for, when you're starting out.
We'll look at the basic pattern first. It's like the foundation: name, country, and what you do. Super simple but effective.
But we won't just stop there. We'll look at why certain phrases work better, the kind of cultural side of it too, how to make a real connection, not just list facts.
Exactly. And to show how this core pattern works, maybe I can give my quick intro. Just listen to the rhythm.
Good idea.
Okay. Hi, I'm Paul. I'm from Canada. I'm an English teacher. See? Short and simple.
Nice. And mine's basically the same rhythm, different details. Hi, I'm Emily. I'm from London. I'm a teacher too. It's got that punchy feel, like you said.
Right. And today we'll build on that. We'll definitely talk about adding personality, hobbies, maybe family.
And tone, that's a big one. Formal versus casual situations. Plus, what to do if you don't understand someone. We've got fixes for that.
And stick around for the practice at the end. Shadowing, a quick quiz. It'll really help lock it in.
This is Beacon English Podcast, by the way. Our whole focus is helping you speak English more naturally, using real conversations step by step.
Yeah, word by word. Hopefully making you feel just a little bit more confident each time you listen.
Okay, let's get into the mechanics then, the warm-up. How to make these introductions sound smooth, like native speakers do.
First things first, the absolute simplest phrases. We want you to listen and then repeat right after us. Try to copy the sound, the flow. Ready?
My name is pause.
I'm from Iopos. Pause.
Okay, did you notice something there? We used I'm, not I am.
Ah, contractions, yes. This is super important, isn't it? Why do we do that?
Well, this is where it gets interesting. Culturally speaking, native English speakers, we almost always use contractions. I'm, you're, he's. It changes the whole rhythm.
Right. If you say, I am from India, each word gets stressed. It sounds a bit heavy, like you're reading a list out loud.
Exactly. Heavy is a good word. But the contraction, I'm, it's lighter, smoother. The sentence flows better, kind of signals you're relaxed, ready for a chat, not just giving a textbook answer. It's actually key for fluency.
Let's try that contrast so you can really feel it. Say the full phrase first. Feel how choppy it is.
I am a student.
Pause. Now the contraction, listen to how it flows, almost like one single sound.
I'm a student. Pause.
Hear that? Much more natural, more comfortable, right? That tiny shift from I am to I am makes a massive difference. So, rule number 1 for introductions. Always try to use I'm.
You're doing great, honestly. Keep it up. Let's practice that basic flow one more time. Listen to this example intro, then repeat the whole thing. Copy the speed, the contraction.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm from Japan. I'm a student. Pause.
Perfect. That's your core structure, your starting block. Now let's build on that. We'll create a kind of phrase bank with sections you can mix and match.
Okay, first section. Stating identity and location. The real basics. Name, where you're from, where you live now. Repeat these with us.
My name is.
Pause.
I'm from.
Pause.
I live in. Pause.
Now here's a little nuance. The difference between I'm from Mexico and I live in Madrid. It's subtle but powerful.
Right. I'm from talks about your roots, your identity, your history. I live in is about your present situation. Using both. It tells a mini story straight away.
For instance, I could say, I'm originally from Canada, but I live in London now. 2 key facts, plus a little hint about my journey. It naturally invites a follow-up question, doesn't it?
Definitely. Okay, next up. Stating profession or status, what you do, how you spend your days.
And remember the little words. A or and if it's a job title.
I'm a student. Pause.
I'm a teacher. Pause.
I'm an engineer. Pause.
Yeah, that A versus and thing. Before consonant sounds like a designer, and before vowel sounds like an architect. It's a small detail, but it makes your English sound, well, more polished.
But what if your job title is complicated? Or you work for a company nobody's heard of? You don't have to give just the title.
Good point. You can talk about the field, maybe, or the action.
Exactly. You could say, I work in marketing, or I work in finance, or maybe simplify it. I work in a small company designing software. Pause. Simple, descriptive. Tells them what they need to know.
And here's a really important one, especially if you're, say, at a networking event or new in town. If you're looking for work, what's the best phrase?
Ah, yes. Keep it clear and professional. The best is, I'm looking for a job. Pause. Polite, direct, explains your situation.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about adding personal interests or hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it stops being just facts and becomes more of a friendly chat, injecting personality.
Right. And we usually use the verbs like or enjoy for this, followed by the activity with ing, the gerund form.
Why the ing form?
Because the activity is acting like a noun here. Like reading is the thing you like. Listen and repeat these examples.
I like reading.
Pause.
I like watching movies.
I enjoy cooking. Pause.
Now, thinking about culture here, when you first meet someone, it's probably best to share hobbies that are fairly common, easy to relate to.
Like travel, music, food, sports. Things most people can connect with.
Exactly. Maybe save the really niche specific hobbies for later. Keep it light and welcoming initially. Makes it easier for them to find common ground. Makes sense. Okay, fourth section. Sharing family information. This one's a bit more optional, isn't it? Depends on the situation and the culture.
Very much so. In some places it's standard. In others it might feel a bit too personal for a first meeting. If you do share, keep it brief and simple.
Like, I have one brother and one sister.
Pause. Or, I live with my parents.
Notice we said one brother and one sister. Not a list of names or ages. Simplicity is your friend in an introduction.
Definitely. Okay, final piece of the puzzle for now. Connecting ideas. Making it flow like a story, not just bullet points. And for that, we need two tiny but mighty words.
And but?
Precisely. And connects similar ideas,
No.
but connects contrasting or different ideas.
So if you like two things, use and. Like, I like sports and music. Simple.
No, but it is interesting. It often creates a little hook, makes the listener curious, like, I like coffee, but I don't like tea. Pause. But signals a difference, invites them to ask, oh, really? Why not?
Let's try putting them in slightly longer sentences. Listen to the flow with and.
I'm a designer, and I live in the city center.
Pause.
Now one with but.
I enjoy watching movies, but I don't have much time to read. Pause.
Excellent. So now you've got the building blocks, the core facts, and the connectors, but to string them together into something that sounds natural and personal. Okay, let's make this real. Time for some scenario walkthroughs. Imagine we're in a place like a busy cafe near a conference, or maybe a co-working space somewhere you'd meet new people in a kind of professional but still friendly way.
Right. Scenario 1. Meeting at a new location. The very first step. The icebreaker. Politeness is key here.
Okay, imagine I'm sitting at a table, maybe working on my laptop. You need a seat nearby, or you just want to say hello. Listen to how simple and polite this is.
Excuse me, is this table free?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Thanks so much. My name is Emily.
Nice to meet you, Emily. I'm Paul.
See that? Excuse me. Thanks so much. Asking permission, showing courtesy. That's really important in English. It shows you respect their space.
And the main tip here, it doesn't need to be long. Short, polite, friendly, that's often the best way to start.
Okay, moving on. Scenario 2. Follow-up questions. You've exchanged names. Now you move to the core facts, where you're from, what you do. But it has to go both ways.
Right, reciprocity is crucial. Let's pick up right where we left off.
Nice to meet you, Paul. Are you from London originally?
No, I'm from Toronto, Canada. I moved here for work. And you?
I'm a local. I grew up just outside the city. What do you do?
I'm an English teacher. What about you?
I work in technology. I'm a software developer.
See how smoothly that flowed? From identity to location to job, using I'm all the way.
And the absolute key phrase there.
And you, or what about you? You have to ask the question back. It keeps the conversation balanced, shows you're interested. If you just answer and stop, well, the conversation kind of dies right there.
Definitely. Okay, final scenario. Scenario 3. Integrating personality and story, making it more memorable by adding a hobby or personal detail.
Right. Let me try my full personalized intro now. Listen for how I connect things using and but.
Okay.
My name is Paul. I'm from Toronto, but I live in London now for my job. I'm an English teacher, and I love traveling and exploring new cities. I also play guitar, but I'm terrible at singing.
Huh. That's great. It gives the facts, tells a bit of a story about moving, and adds a funny, relatable detail. Lots for someone to respond to.
Exactly.
Your turn.
Okay, here's mine, maybe focusing a bit on professional life and outside interests. I'm Emily. I'm from London. I teach English, and during the week, I spend a lot of time reading. I really enjoy cooking Italian food on the weekends, but I don't eat meat, so I always modify the recipes.
Nice. Again, it feels real. It's conversational. You've given hooks, reading, cooking, vegetarianism, things the other person can easily ask about.
And a really important tip here is about judging the situation, right? How much personality to add.
Absolutely. Meeting a potential boss. Maybe focus more on skills, professional interests. Casual party. You can share more lighthearted hobbies. The key is it should always be true, but you choose which part of your story to share first.
Okay, we've got the phrases, we've seen them in action. Now let's talk culture and politeness, because how you say things, your tone, can be just as important as the words themselves, maybe even more so. Definitely. You need to match your level of formality to the situation. Let's look at formal first. Think job interviews, meeting someone much older, a new, important client.
In those cases, you'd use the full sentences, maybe a more formal greeting, perhaps a handshake, a good phrases.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Pause. Or a bit simpler. Nice to meet you.
Now, the casual or friendly option, this is for, say, friends of friends, relaxed social events, classmates you'll see often. Here, something like,
Hey, good to see you. Pause works well.
and another nuance, titles. Mr., Miss, Dr. Seefeline. We use those in formal settings, but in friendly, casual situations, it's almost always okay to use first names right away. It helps break the ice.
Good point. Though if someone introduces themselves as Dr. Smith, probably best to wait for them to say, oh, just call me Jane.
Right, let them lead on that one. Okay, quick game for you listening. I'll give a situation, you decide. Formal or friendly tone?
Situation 1. You're in a virtual meeting, being introduced to the CEO of the company for the very first time. Formal or friendly? Pause. Formal, definitely. You'd say something like, hello, it's nice to meet you, Miss Chen, and probably stick with Miss Chen unless she says otherwise.
Okay, situation 2. You bump into a friend at a coffee shop. They're with someone they introduce as their teammate from work, around your age. Formal or friendly?
Pause. Friendly. The connection through your friend makes it instantly more casual. Something like, hey, nice to meet you. Using their first name would be fine.
Fantastic. Yeah, understanding that difference, matching the language to the social cues. That's a real sign of confidence in English.
Okay, let's tackle common problems and fixes. This is super practical because, let's be honest, misunderstandings happen, even for native speakers sometimes, especially with names.
The main goal when you hit a problem, be polite, but be clear out what you need. Don't just nod and smile if you didn't understand. That usually backfires later.
Exactly. So, fix 1. Asking for repetition. Maybe they spoke too softly or mumbled their name. Use this exact phrase. It's polite and direct.
Can you please repeat that?
Pause. You could also soften it a bit more. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again? Works just as well.
Okay, fix 2. Asking for a slower pace. This is so important when you're learning. If someone's talking way too fast, it's okay to ask them to slow down. Use could to keep it polite.
Could you speak a little slower, please? Pause.
And honestly, people are usually very understanding about this, especially if they know you're learning, and a perfectly fine request.
Absolutely. And fix 3. Confirming details. Sometimes you heard most of it, but you just need to check one specific word. A name, a place, a hobby maybe. This actually shows you were listening.
Good point. So you could say something like, did you say coffee or copy? Pause. Just checking that one tricky word.
Or maybe clarifying a name spelling. Is that Anne with an E? Checking those key details ensures you've got it right, and it shows you care about understanding them properly. It actually builds trust.
You're doing really well absorbing all this, the phrases, the cultural bits, the fixes. It's a lot, but it's all useful stuff.
Okay, time to pull it all together with some practice. Let's start with a quick recall quiz. I'll ask a question based on what we covered, pause the audio if you need to, and say your answer out loud.
Question 1. How do you say your name in English using that smooth, natural contraction we talked about? Pause.
Hopefully you said, I'm your name, using that light, I'm.
Question 2. Imagine you live in Berlin now, but you're originally from Egypt. How can you tell someone both facts in 2 simple sentences? Pause.
You'd say, I'm from Egypt, I live in Berlin now. Simple and clear.
Question 3. How do you say you like listening to podcasts? Remember the right form for the activity.
Pause.
Should be, I like listening to podcasts. Remember, like, plus the ing form.
Okay, bonus question. You're at a social event talking to someone new, but their music is a bit loud and you missed what they said their job was. What's a polite way to ask them to say it again? Pause.
Lots of good options.
Yeah.
Sorry, could you please repeat that? Or I couldn't quite hear that. What was your job again? Anything polite that asks for repetition works. Well done if you got those. Okay, now for drill 2, shadowing practice. This is honestly one of the best ways to improve your fluency, rhythm, and pronunciation. We'll say a sentence, slowly and clearly. Your job is to repeat it immediately after the pause, trying to copy our sound exactly. Ready?
Hi, I'm Emily. Pause.
I'm a designer. Pause.
I'm from the South.
Pause.
I like to run.
Pause.
I live near the park.
Pause.
Nice to meet you.
Pause.
I work in technology.
Pause.
I'm looking for a job.
Pause.
Excellent work. Now let's try a few slightly longer sentences. Focus on maintaining the flow, especially over the connecting words like and but.
My name is Paul, and I'm a student.
Pause.
I enjoy reading, but I don't like big crowds.
Pause. I live with my parents and I work downtown. Pause.
Could you speak a little slower, please?
Pause.
That's shadowing. Listening carefully and copying the sounds, the rhythm, the intonation. The more you practice this, the more natural and automatic your own spoken English will become.
We're nearing the end now. Let's just do a very quick recap of those absolute key golden phrases, the ones you can use right away anywhere.
Quick recap time. Repeat these core structures one last time after us. Make them stick.
I'm your name. Pause.
I'm from your country. Pause.
I live in your city. Pause.
I'm a your job. Pause.
I like your hobby.
Pause. Nice to meet you. Pause.
Wonderful. Those short, powerful phrases, they work. They show clarity, confidence. Use them.
Okay, and now for your challenge for this week. We want you to take all these pieces, the contractions, the connectors like and but, the personal details, and build your own full self-introduction.
And don't just write it down. The important part is to say it out loud. Practice telling someone your name, country, job, and maybe 1 or 2 hobbies. Connect them smoothly.
Yeah, practice it until it flows without you having to think too hard about each individual word, just like we did with the shadowing. Make it feel natural for you.
We focused a lot on the simple sentences, the clear grammar today, but it's important to remember, your introduction isn't just grammar, it's the beginning of your story in English.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. Beyond the basics, what's the single most interesting, true thing about you that you feel ready to share when you meet someone new?
Because real confidence comes from sharing something authentic, something that's genuinely you. That's the deeper goal here, beyond just the phrases.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep smiling.
And remember, you really can do it.